Chapter 4: The Emergence of the Quantum Cat. And the cat existed, and did not exist, and everyone agreed not to make a big deal about it. The Book of Indifference, 4:7. Before we had language for uncertainty, we had toys. Not toys in the modern sense, not optimized, educational, or purpose-built to prepare us for careers that don't exist anymore. We had objects, plastic, beeping, barely functional, and somehow they carried weight. The Tamagotchi was not a pet. It was a responsibility simulator wrapped in a keychain. A pixelated organism that demanded attention, punished neglect, and died dramatically while you were at school, which felt personal. You were told it was alive. You were also told it wasn't real. Both statements were true. And Gen X accepted this immediately. No debates, no think pieces, no trauma unpacking. We fed it, we ignored it. We mourned it briefly, we reset it and moved on. This was not cruelty, it was training. Long before adulthood introduced us to unstable careers, shifting identities, collapsing systems, and instructions that contradicted themselves, we learned a crucial skill: how to care without certainty. The Tamagotchi existed in a quantum state, alive enough to matter, disposable enough to survive losing. Schrödinger would have loved it, or hated it, hard to say. He also had a cat problem. The point is this: Gen X grew up holding paradox without panic. We did not require resolution to function. We understood, intuitively, that some things are real because we act as if they are. Meaning was provisional, commitment was temporary, and imagination filled the gaps where authority failed. This is why imagination was never about fantasy for us. It wasn't escapism. It was infrastructure. When institutions contradicted themselves, imagination stepped in. When adults didn't know the answers, imagination improvised. When the future felt unreliable, imagination learned to hedge. We didn't imagine better worlds because we were idealists. We imagined them because reality was inconsistent. And inconsistency demands flexibility. Modern culture treats imagination like a phase. Something you can grow out of. Something to monetize, discipline, or turn into content. But Gen X knows better. Imagination is not childish. It is adaptive. It allows you to operate inside systems you don't fully trust. To care without collapsing. To invest without assuming permanence. It teaches you how to live with a cat that is alive and dead, a job that exists and doesn't, a future that feels promised and revoked at the same time. We didn't need the math. We lived the equation. The quantum cat isn't a metaphor. It's a companion. It sits quietly in the background of adult life, reminding you not to overcommit to certainty. Feed it when you can, ignore it when you must. Accept that sometimes it disappears through no fault of your own. This isn't pessimism, it's balance. Gen X didn't lose its imagination. We refined it. We learned how to imagine responsibly, without guarantees, without applause, without insisting that belief alone would stabilize the outcome. And somehow, against probability, we're still here. Cat status unclear. Observer, intact. Great work. No notes.